1, 2, my blood is
Your blood, my stories in yours. These are the days that we look back upon. Show you my love.
You know, it's been 2 years and we have had all this time to make these very fleshed out, very produced demos.
Pretty good, but what about it's just a bar of drums and then everyone comes in?
Because it's like you hear the F sharp in your head.
Right.
Because you know it's coming, it's not there, and then it is. Just
Yeah.
try it one more time.
Sure. Do you know the idea?
So coming in here, we were really prepared to undo all of it, and with Craig on board producing, to really kind of go, well, what do you think? Let's completely ignore the demo and rebuild it from scratch.
Singing together. We have to think a little bit of what serves both you guys together.
That era that we were talking about from 77 to 85, a lot of those bands were striving to make perfect records.
Yeah.
Which technologically wasn't possible then, but is now.
The way recording technology is now, you can perfect a millisecond of the music, and it just sucks the life out of so much of it.
The records that we love are a bit, you know, there's a humanity to them and a grit to them and a realness to them, because they were actually people in a room just playing together live and trying to get the best takes.
Which is why we went into the mode of the band plays it all together in one room.
Track it live versus to build it up gives you an element of chaos, an element of performance, the way a band would do it.
That moment where we all got set up, we sort of finally all were in the live room, everyone's got their headphones on, everyone's got their sort of sound dialed in.
Guitar sounds great like that.
And then it's like, okay, what song are we going to start with? And we play that first song, and it was like, we ran through it once. It's like, we could just record that right now. Like, it just felt like a band the first time we played a song from start to finish.
The beauty though was that like as soon as we actually pressed play and everybody actually sat down with their instruments, it all came together really quick.
I'll follow you into the blue. Because my blood is your blood.
We just really quickly cemented this band and just played together. Everything just clicked straight away.
Show you my love.
In a few days, we started to sound like a band.
Yeah.
We had a particular sound that we were kind of looking at.
From the top, Strangers, yeah, which was a last minute song which I had started just before we both came over. It was that new, that song, that we were kind of making it up as we went.
I started off doing what I play in the chorus, but then I changed it and just went straight, just like.
I'm sure this is going to turn into a voiceover where I'm singing and I'm actually reading on my phone what the lyrics are, because they're that fresh.
And yeah, if I can add a voiceover as well. That song's a really good example of how quickly we were able to pull an arrangement together and get it sounding cool, and everyone sort of come up with a part that worked and
Turned out really well, that song.
being in a room with, you know, great musicians and just laying it all down live is, you know, it's just the best feeling.
We didn't get bogged down in having to like do multiple takes and fixing stuff and like that. We just had this beautiful set of musicians who were allowed to be expressed creatively, and so that was such a joy.
The thing that I enjoy always most in the studio is seeing how other people look at the ideas that I've written.
But it was just so much fun because we're all surprising each other, and that was just the vibe the whole time. And it's so much fun to hear the songs that you've worked on for so long. Then when we got in the room with those guys and just let them do their thing, it was like, oh, right, that, you know, there it is.
Funny to see it go from two artists having demos of a record that they had very, very distinct ideas of what they thought was precious. Three other kind of musicians come into it, and then to see them melt away and being willing to like share the responsibility of.
Yeah, this band has become a sound, and it's the sound of this record.
It's the kind of record that I've been trying to make for ages, because from my kind of like youth of being into kind of well-written songs with a kind of synth pop kind of style, I almost like missed out on the time to make it back in the day, and so like to now have a chance to do something like this, it was great.
You know, in his Something for Kate world, or his own solo world, he's got to kind of be the pilot, and that's the same for me. And so having someone else there that's just kind of takes all the pressure off. That was part of the joy of it for both of us.
Is this a one-off? I don't know. I would do it again.
I would say no, it's not a one-off. We just started. We've got to make a metal album yet. We haven't done that.